to Good Day Colorado. I'm Shawl Turner. Time to talk. Yet another upset in the race for the White House. Hillary Clinton this morning saying she's feeling much better after being diagnosed with walking pneumonia. She had this coughing fit while speaking.
Every time I think about Trump, I get allergic.
All right, then this very, very difficult to watch as she clearly is ill as she enters her car. Donald Trump with this response.
Like you, I see what I see. Something's going on, but I just hope she gets well.
All right, this morning, how will this impact Clinton as the big debate between the two is looming? Welcome, conservative talk radio host Kim Monson and Rudy Gonzalez, executive director, co-executive chair, rather, of the Colorado Latino Forum. Welcome. All right, let's dive right in. All this stuff with Hillary Clinton's health issues. What are your predictions as far as how this is going to impact the race?
You know, I actually don't think it's going to impact the race much, Shawl. To both of the candidates, I mean, they've been working really hard. It's rigorous to be on the campaign trail. I think she probably just needs to take a little bit of rest, and I wish her the best. I hope she, you know, becomes healthy very quickly.
But the challenge here from the other camp is that she wasn't forthcoming about saying this right away.
Well, that's the real issue, and that goes to her record as far as, you know, the emails that have been scrubbed, you know, not being forthright with the American people.
Rudy?
Well, and I disagree because, you know, I've had walking pneumonia twice, and it's about a week in bed and a week convalescence, and she'll be back and she'll be stronger than ever. The other part about this is I think it's apropos of what the media has been doing in focusing on this trivia and not focusing on the issues.
All right.
In this
Well, let's case in point. Let's take a look at the latest poll that I just pulled. This is a Washington Post poll showing that she's still holding at about, if we could show this to everybody, there 46%, Donald Trump 41%, Gary Johnson coming in at 9%. So, all right, let's move on to what she said about Trump's followers a couple of days ago. Referred to them as deplorables in a basket, half of them in a basket of deplorables, racists, bigots, hate mongers. Reporting to the support from David Duke, Imperial Wizard of the KKK and former member of the Louisiana House of Representatives.
Yeah. You know, Shaw, you can't really help who supports you or who's not. I know they're trying to make a connection there, but what's really concerning about this is we take away the veneer of the elitism of Hillary Clinton and the fact that she looks at least a quarter, almost half of the American population as deplorable is what's very, very concerning here. Because in America, we were founded on the idea that every individual is treasured and valued. And even though you may disagree with them, that doesn't mean that you think that they're deplorable.
Rudy?
I've got to say that I appreciate Trump because I've been in this fight for social justice, equity, and peace my entire life. I was raised in the heat and fire transformation, and I truly believe that it's more than half in this country, and I appreciate Trump that he's been able to shine the light on people who are racist and bigoted in this country, and that just because we have a black president doesn't mean that we've overcome racism, doesn't mean that we're on the other side of the mountain.
You know, and I appreciate what you're saying, Rudy, but what's really concerning is when we have politicians that look at people as a group, and instead of as an individual.
Or like Mexicans who are rapists and criminals. As a group?
Well, you know, actually, I think that the reference there is we have had some illegal immigrants that have raped and have killed people.
That is not the reference. He categorized a whole people. And let me tell you something. I'm 21st generation. On my dad's mother's side, in this North America, right here in Colorado, 21st generation. I was here before. The border, we didn't cross any border. The border crossed us.
Yeah. Okay, Kim, well, thank you. Let's take a look, though. See, these are important points that are going to be coming up in the debates, which are coming up, which Donald Trump, by the way, is saying could be possibly rigged. So he's saying instead of having Lester Holt be a moderator, or anybody else for that matter, maybe just let them sit at the table and go at it. So independents will be watching this debate. Let's take a look, before we go, at the recent poll of independents and how they're leaning. Check this out. The CNN ORC poll shows that they are leaning heavily Republican right now, 55% in fact. So as we close out, what's going to happen at these debates, what's going to have to happen, And do you think they should not have a moderator?
You know, out of the 5 different debates, 4 of them are all left-leaning moderators. So I actually find that somewhat attractive. Let's have a little Lincoln-Douglas debate. I think that would really be fun.
Rudy?
Well, that would be nice if Trump had the, you know, the ability of a Douglas in terms of debate. But if the primary debates are any harbinger of what the debates are going to be, one side's going to be policy and issue, the other side's going to be adolescence chisme, and that means adolescent pettiness and name calling, and that's.
But what about deplorable? Is that not name calling?
Yeah.
Rudy?
For me, you know, when I look at people who are beating the heck out of protesters and going violent at Trump speeches, I think that's deplorable, yes. No, that's
Okay.
describing
Well,
a behavior.
all right.
It's not labeling a person.
Okay, we will continue this next Tuesday. Okay, Ken Munson, Rudy Gonzalez, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Shaw.
Ken, we're going to kick it over